Welcome back to Can You Put Me on Guest List? I'm Katie Knight and this is episode 2 of season 6 with Meg Ward. Now back in May, was IMS? April, May, I went to Pikes one night and Meg was playing and I literally just had one of the best nights ever. So after that, I was like, I have to have her on my podcast. I need to know more about her. And that's exactly what happened. We had such a great chat all about her beginnings, about what's coming up for her, about Glastonbury, and just had real good giggles. So it was just really nice to, you know, when you see somebody play and then you're like, I wonder what they're actually like. And then you meet them and they're just even nicer than you thought they were going to be. Well, this is what it was like. So I'm really happy that I got her on the podcast and I hope that you enjoy this chat too. Please remember to subscribe. It really, really, really does help. And also, if you are listening to this podcast, you can also watch the podcast on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, or on Spotify. So I hope you enjoy it. And this is Meg Ward here on Can You Put Me on Guest List? So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. It's a nice day. It's gorgeous outside.
I know. I feel like, I mean, this is my first summer in London.
Yeah.
But does it get warmer than this?
Yeah.
It does, because this is warm.
I know, it is. It's decent. I was at IMS and it was this year and it was colder than it was.
It was.
Than it is now.
It's true.
And it's so much better now.
Well, actually, now that you mention IMS, this is how kind of all this podcast came about.
Okay.
Because I went to Pikes.
Yeah.
And saw you play there at Pikes and literally had the best night ever.
Oh, I love that.
It was so much fun.
Oh, that was literally one of my fave sets. It was so silly. Like, we just like didn't take it seriously and we just had a right good time. It was so fun. That's what it's all about, I think. And Pikes, that's like literally what Pikes is about, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Not taking things seriously and just being silly.
Totally. Well, I was introducing the panels at IMS.
Yeah.
And I had to be at the Mondrian at like 11 a.m. the next morning.
Oh no.
And I remember saying to everyone, I'm just going to come for like an hour and I'm going to leave. I remember when all the lights came on. And I literally, everyone kept saying to me, you really do need to go because it's not like you can just, you know, it's like a one-off thing. It was like I had to work the next day from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m.
No.
So then, and people kept saying to me, you sure you still want to be here? And I was like, I can't leave. This is so much fun.
Oh, I love that. No, because I have been to Pikes many times and I never remember leaving.
I remember leaving, but it was way past my bedtime.
I love that. I got way too silly on that night. Like,
yeah.
Just woke up the next day like, oh, I've absolutely fucked it.
But how good was it though?
So fun. Like,
it was
so fun.
so good.
Probably like one of my like highlights of this year so far, definitely.
It was my partying highlight for sure.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have provided that for you.
Definitely. And then after that I was like, okay, I need to meet her. And then funnily enough, I got pitched twice from 2 different PR agents.
Love that.
Saying, oh, you should have this person on your podcast. And I was like, yes, I really would love to have Meg on my podcast.
Oh, that's ace.
So how funny is it when stuff like that comes like all aligns?
It's just perfect. Like the stars are aligned like it's meant to be.
Yes. So welcome. It's really nice to meet you and have you here on the show.
Thank you. Yes, I'm glad to be here.
How was the rest of your Ibiza week that week? Because you did a lot.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, the next day I was playing at, I forgot the name of it. Akasha?
Yes, for Southern Fried Records.
Yes, yeah. Handed over to Fatboy Slim. And that was a moment. Like, he had his little toes out. It was like, really good play. I'm literally like,
Yeah.
That was good though. Yeah, that was really fun. But I was hungover.
Were you?
And I had like a funny tummy, obviously, like the next day after drinking a bit too much. Like you do feel a bit.
Yeah.
And they were like giving out paella for like free. I had some
At a cash up.
Yeah, and it had been sitting there for a while.
Oh,
like,
no,
the whole time I've been
Meg.
doing my set, and I had some, and I was like,
This hasn't gone
I'm gonna
down
have
well.
to go home. It's really
Oh
sad.
no.
I know, so I missed like the evening because I was playing quite early, sort of like sunset. And then, yeah, I missed the whole evening slot, which was probably good because then I went out on Friday and then went out on Saturday.
So it was kind of like your body was preparing yourself for it, you know?
Yeah. And then I got blackout on Saturday in High and I was behind the decks.
Were you playing at High?
No, I went there with Tisha and I just got a bit silly. And
Oh, wait. Actually, this is when Adam Beyer was playing.
is it?
Maybe it was.
So bad.
I remember seeing Tisha.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember there was just a bit of a silly moment with a lot of people. So maybe that's when it was.
Yeah, and I was behind the decks, and Tisha was handing over to Honey Dijon, and I was like in the back of it, like there was like a really cute photo of Tisha and Honey, and like Tisha's like this, and Honey's like, and I'm literally in the back of it going. And I look like I look like a really excited mom, like Honey, and it's just a photo. I have to show you. It's so funny.
Pro photo bomb.
Yeah, I look like do you know Meryl Streep? That meme of her where she's like, I look like that. It's really embarrassing. So yeah, I'm like traumatized from IMS this year.
Oh, I love that. And on top of you, it was a total blackout.
Well, yeah, I remember that moment. It's like shortly after.
That's a sign of a good night, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Sign of a good night.
I wish I could remember it though, because I feel like I was on top form.
I know, it's so annoying when you can't remember stuff like that and you know that you've had a really good time and everyone tells you how much fun you were and you're like, I just don't know.
Yeah, and you get the ick from it. Like,
yeah. And then it's like, I'm never drinking again.
Period.
And then that never happens.
Comes Friday the next week and you're like, oh.
I know. How was it handing over to Fatboy Slim?
So decent. Like, he's like such like a superstar, isn't he? Like,
yeah.
proper superstar DJ. I literally like, because I was trying to like keep it quite like low tempo and vibey because it was early on and the night was going to be on until like 5-6 a.m. So I was playing at like 8 till 10 p.m. So it was quite early. Wait, did I say 5-6 p.m.? I meant a.m.
I think it's at AM.
Oh, did I? Okay.
I think.
And yeah, so I was trying keeping it low tempo and like vibey, and it was good. Everyone was like, there was a few like men like stood there like watching me, like
Really?
yeah, like just like old time
Oh,
heads,
God.
like, talking to each other about it. And every time I did a mix, they'd be like,
Oh, really?
yeah. But
Sorry,
it was
was this in a cash shot or in Las Dahlias?
fun. Oh, it was Las Dahlias. It's outside.
Because
yeah.
because it started in Las Dahlias in the daytime and then moved on to a cash at night, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So it's like next to each other, aren't they?
Yeah, it's the same venue. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think that is the kind of place where it was like a lot of like old, I don't really know what the word is.
Yeah, like music
heads would just go and hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was good though. I feel like I impressed them.
Because they've been really supporting you, haven't they, Southern Fried Records?
Yeah, massively. And Fatboy's just really sound, and I think he really wants to just push smaller artists through. And yeah, he was really nice. It was just a really nice little wholesome set, I think.
Nice. Isn't it mad that they've just released their 500th release?
That's mental.
That is a lot of records.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, Fatboy actually put one of my releases into one of his playlists on Beatport, and off the back of that, it's now like charting in like the Deep House Beatport charts, and that's just mad, the sort of pull that he has just from putting it in one playlist.
Yeah,
it's so sick.
Yeah, he's mad. We're actually doing this episode with Tribes TV with him, and it is to celebrate the 500th release. Nice. So it's this episode that we do where it's like doing random activities with DJs. So we've done like hot sauce tasting with Adam Bayer, bowling with Yulia Nico, and like just random things. And with him, we're doing what random things can we fry in a deep fat fryer.
That's class. That's such a good idea.
So we're right now putting a list together of just like really random things to fry.
Like edible things.
Yeah, edible, because then we have to eat them.
Okay.
So we've got like watermelon.
Ooh.
I think that's going to be quite nice.
Yeah.
We've got watermelon. There's like olives, which I have tried before. It's actually quite nice.
Yeah, a bit about olives.
Yeah, garlic bulbs.
A bulb of garlic. You're gonna be stinking.
We're gonna put in ice cream.
Okay.
I don't know how that's gonna work, but I did. ChatGPT says you can do it. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Like an ice cream fritter.
An ice cream. Do you think that exists?
I don't know. I feel like that sounds like it exists.
It does. I think it should exist.
Yeah.
And another one is candy floss.
That's gonna dissolve.
Yeah, that's not going to work. It's just going to be like a ball of fat in our hands. So yes, that'll be fun. But yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah.
He's really cool.
He's really sad. He's just like a dad.
Yeah.
I feel like he's my dad.
Daddy Norman.
The daddy I've never had. No.
Oh, bless him. He's wicked. I love him.
Yeah, he is.
So after that few days in Ibiza, did you come back? Because that was only probably like a month ago, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, coming up a month now.
God, this time's gone really quickly.
I know. It's suddenly summer and now I've got like festivals coming up and I'm like not even prepped for them and I need to like do all the prep this week, I think, for them, which is stressful. But yeah, I just came home on the Sunday after High. I'd literally had like no hours sleep and went straight to the airport.
Well, do you know what I did that day? That same night at High, I had promised my grandma in Leeds that I would have a Sunday roast with her on the Sunday.
In Leeds?
In Leeds. So at 7, my flight was at 11 a.m. and at 7 a.m. I was still in High. And everyone was like, you've promised your grandma. I was like, I know, I'm going to make it. And it was like, and then, because it was obviously open until midday, there's always that wave of people that come in fresh at 7 a.m. Mm-hmm. So it's like a new batch of people. Mm-hmm. So it just brings life back to the green room and to the club. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to go. And then as I was leaving, I see another group of friends and I'm like, I have to get out of here. I can't not go and have Sunday roast.
You got like exit like.
I was like, and anyway, I did. I made it. I was,
good.
Oh, yeah.
You would have been in the airport at the same time as me then. Because my friend got on that flight and we went.
To the Leeds Bradford one?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was rough as well. I remember being in like the High sort of smoking area with him and he was like unable to form a sentence.
It's not Foz, was it?
No.
Okay. Because I saw him as well on the flight and I was like, there's a right bunch of us on here.
Everyone's feeling sorry for themselves. Yeah. It was like 10 to 6 and I was like, shall we just go for another boogie and then go? And he was like, I was like, right, we're going.
Them moments are God. And Ibiza Airport absolutely just is the place to people watch, I think, after a night out like that.
Yeah, it's great. I was asleep. It was nice. I had somebody with me who was getting on the flight, so I was just
lovely. That's the best.
Watching me.
So you mentioned festivals before and I just wanted to talk about Glastonbury last year.
Yeah.
I know, or I read that you hadn't actually been able to get a ticket to Glastonbury before. So you went for the first time playing as an artist.
Yeah.
That must have been mad.
It was bonkers actually. I mean, just walking in and like, I don't know what it's like to do it as a punter, which is so weird. But yeah, it's just, I've always tried and never got them. And we tried for them that year and didn't get them again. And I was like, oh, this is it. Like, I'm never going to be able to go. Because a lot of the time as well, you have to have a ticket to play. Like a lot of the time, like, especially as a smaller artist, they'll make you, they'll get you on if you already got a ticket. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like, there's no money involved in most Glastonbury sets.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's rubbish. But I got lucky, and the offer came through with a ticket included, and I was like, yes.
Oh my God.
This is it, finally. But yeah, it was mad. It was just like such a, obviously like got the sort of backstage experience. And yeah.
Did you stay the whole week?
I did.
Was it like insane?
Incredible. Like, I need to go back. Well, I am going back this year, but like, I need, because I don't think I experienced it all at all, because it's so overwhelming, so overstimulating. You've got so much going off all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like so bonkers and overwhelming. And I think for the majority of the time, I was just overwhelmed.
Yeah. I'm going for the first time this year as well.
Oh my God.
So what Glasgow tips would you give me?
I don't know many. Just don't go too hard on the first night.
Okay, try and remember that.
Yeah, because I feel like I did a little bit. Because I was playing on the Thursday, so I went hard on the Thursday because I was buzzing after my set. I was crying my eyes out after my set. Like,
did you cry?
Yeah, it was like such a like mad moment for me, and to see how everyone was just so buzzing there, and it was just like, it was really special. So yeah, bawled my eyes out. I had like loads of friends from school, from uni, like loads of different groups of friends. Just on the front row. It's so cute.
Oh,
and they'd all like met each other for the first time in that like
all
set.
there for to support you.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been such a nice feeling.
Yeah, it was really wholesome. One of my friends from college, he had like a lead shirt, and he like chucked the lead shirt, and I was like, yeah, lead.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, but yeah, don't go too hard, because on the Friday I was paying.
Were you? And then just stay until the Sunday?
The Monday.
The Monday. Oh yeah, because obviously there's stuff on the Sunday and then everyone leaves on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
It's wicked.
Are you playing this year as well?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's like so up in the air, but yeah, I am.
Wow.
Yeah, buzzing.
What other was obviously Glastonbury? Was that always like up on your list as something that you wanted to check off?
Yeah. And then when I got that moment, I was just like, well, what other festival would I want to do more than that? Like, that's it.
What other festivals do you want to do?
Like, I don't know, probably like Deck Mantle in Amsterdam, Coachella, like stuff like that. But even like Tomorrowland and like the bigger ones. But Glastonbury to me is the biggest festival in the world, just because of what it is. It's just a proper English dirty festival.
Yeah. And the fact that you had been trying to go for such a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes it even more special.
It was such a special moment.
Did you do Creamfields last year as well?
I did that a couple of years ago. I think it was 2022, I think. Yeah, that was good. I was playing on Fisher's stage just before Ben Hemsley, before he'd blown up. And I handed over to him, and that set that Ben did was the one that blew him up. So it's like such a night. I got goosebumps then. Such a special moment.
Oh, yeah.
It like really like took off for him after that. So yeah, I feel like I warmed it up for him.
Yeah, definitely. That's such a really special like thing to know.
Yeah.
And be part of.
Yeah, I've known Ben for quite a while, because he's been on Patrick's label since it started, and I was a part of Trick when it started as well. And it was just nice to see him just get the recognition he deserved from that. And it's ace.
So let's talk a little bit about how it all started out for you.
Yeah.
So where did your love for music come from, first of all?
Music has probably always been like an escape for me. Like it's so special in that I just love all music, and I always have, and I've always like begged my mum to get me CDs and shit, and dance in my little bedroom with my little CD player, listening to Dance Mania and stuff, Cascada and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like my love of music has just always been there. I don't know where it came from, but yeah, I started like learning instruments in school. When I was in primary school, I was taught how to play trumpet. So I got like to like grade 2 at trumpet, got to high school, and I was like, this is so uncool. But now I look back, I'm like, I really want to learn how to play trumpet again because that was it's cool.
That is really cool. Are you going to learn to do it
I
again?
want to. It's just finding the time. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I'm constantly learning loads of different things anyway. But
Whenever I hear people that like learn instruments at school and they're amazing instruments, I'm like, why did I pick the freaking recorder?
Can you actually still play it really well?
No, I don't remember anything. I was shit. That, and then my cousins they formed this girl band, and one was a singer and the other one was on piano, and they had these little they're called Chinese balls, and they just go ding, and they like vibrate in a ball, and that's what they put me on. So they had like this whole amazing performance, and they would put me in the back going ding.
Was it just one note in the whole song as well?
One in like the whole song. It was probably like right at the end.
So funny. No, that's silly.
So yeah, so you learn. Is that coffee okay, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still warm.
Okay, good. Yeah, so you learn how to play the trumpet.
Yeah, and then in sort of like year 10, I realised how uncool it was when I was like trying to do performances in GCSE music, and it was going like really, like I was stood there at the front of the room like, why am I playing Titanic theme on trumpet? Like looking around, these people watching me like, what am I doing? It's such an existential crisis.
Oh, that is so good.
So
Have you still got
myself-
videos? Has your mum got videos and stuff of that?
Yeah, probably. I played it in like the nativity in school. Yeah. Definitely some videos knocking about somewhere. I'll have to find them. But yeah, I had an existential crisis playing Titanic theme. I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I taught myself how to play guitar, like by doing like YouTube things and stuff. Like tutorials, and yeah, I sort of did performances with my friends that sang playing guitar. Like I was playing guitar pretty badly, but it was enough to like perform.
Yeah, to get by.
Yeah, so yeah, and then I feel like after that I just realised how much I wanted to be like some sort of performer, make some sort of music, and I used to write music on my guitar, and some very early stages I was doing it on my trumpet as well, but I just got into it through that way, I guess. And then I fell in love with electronic music later on, obviously, as I got older and learned how to drink and go out.
Rave.
And experience a rave, yeah.
Where was your first ever electronic music experience?
It was actually, I was 16 at Leeds Fest. And it was Annie Mac in the Radio 1 dance tent, and it was just such a moment. It was magical. I was seeing this, like hearing all these like really big dance records at the time, like Route 94, My Love, and like
yes,
all
what
that
a
sort of
tune!
stuff. And just hearing that in a crowd full of people who love dance music, I really felt that buzz, that energy, and
Wow.
after that, yeah.
So from seeing Annie Mac for the first ever time, and
Yeah.
then I think this must have been a couple of years ago, you did a mini mix, didn't you?
Yeah,
So that must have been such like a full circle moment, being like,
massively.
I started getting into this type of music because of her, and then you're actually doing that.
Yeah, and like meeting her was like the
Yeah.
wildest experience. Like the first time I met her was at Malta. Actually, she booked me for Annie Mac Lost and Found, that festival. Like I don't think she does it anymore, but she booked me for that, and I just remember meeting her, being like, oh my god,
Were you nervous?
Like crazy, yeah. She's such like what's the word? Like a presence. She has such a presence.
Yeah.
It's magical. But yeah, and then I handed over to her actually last year at the Warehouse Project.
Oh wow.
And like that was really special. I feel like that was like a full circle moment as well. Sort of handing over to her in a big room where I first saw her, like sort of like similar size room.
Yeah,
where I
that
first
must
saw
have
her.
been really amazing.
Yeah, that was a moment. And then, I mean, when I turned 18, then I went to Newcastle Uni and got into electronic music raves and promoting raves and stuff, selling tickets for it. Yeah.
And were you DJing at that point when you were in Newcastle?
So for the first year of me like From like 18 to 19, I was mainly just I was mainly just like going out and just like experiencing it and just getting on it a bit too much and stuff. But then afterwards, I think it was like the end of first year, I bought some decks and I was like, fuck it, I'm always on the aux anyway. I might as well just buy some decks and see how I can like mix songs together. And then I started playing at house parties, and then I think it was probably I was still 19, but it was like second year of uni that I first got my first set in a club. It was actually at World Headquarters in Newcastle, which is still one of my favourite clubs.
Wow.
And it was my first time I'd ever touched a CDJ.
And it was your first gig?
And it was my first gig.
Fuck.
Yeah. I went back to back with someone who really helped me, though, to be fair. But it was warming up for Ben Pierce.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the icon, like deep house legend.
Yeah.
And that was like my first set. It's so random.
Wow. How did that come about?
I had a really good friend from college who we both like loved going out together, and he loved like raves and the scene, and he was mad for it. He just wanted to really get involved in it in the best way he could, and that was promoting. So he started running his own events, and I was playing at a house party, and he was like, I need to get you on in a club, like you're gonna do well. And I did it, and then I got a residency shortly after at Cosmic Ballroom in Newcastle for their like one of their infamous Tuesday night student nights, where they used to get like called Ill Behaviour. They used to get loads of like up and coming DJs to come and play for them, and I supported like Sally C, Crombie when they all first started out, like O'Flynn. It really helped me understand how to DJ.
Do you, because when you were at uni, did you study psychology?
I did pharmacology
in
Newcastle for my undergrad, and then a couple of years later during lockdown, I did a master's in psychology because I didn't know what else to do.
If you like think about it now, would you ever have thought that this is what you would be doing? Or did you kind of always have a bit of an inkling, like, yeah, I will definitely do something in music?
See, I always thought I would be doing it, but I never thought I'd be doing it as a career. I thought it'd be just like something that I'd be doing in my spare time as a hobby, because I've always loved it.
Yeah.
So I just thought it'd always be a hobby. And then when I got an agent and started like getting big gigs for the first time and actually earning enough money to live, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
This whole path completely changed from it. I thought I was going to be like a scientist working in a lab. It's so weird.
Wow. This is actually something that I would like to talk about as well, because I don't think a lot of people talk about this enough. And that is from working by yourself, just you getting your own gigs, to all of a sudden working with an agent or a manager. Like, what was the transition like for you from all of a sudden, okay, now somebody else is kind of in control of my career?
Yeah, it was pretty intense actually. And I've actually recently stopped working with that agent. Just mutually doesn't work. But basically at the start, I was like booking myself gigs, getting paid like £100 for a gig, and doing some gigs for free just for the exposure.
Yeah.
Like getting like a tinny and a high five, and that's it. Like that's all I wanted for it, because obviously at that point I didn't think it was going to be a career anyway. And going from that to then getting these big fees with this big agent and doing like massive festival gigs was a lot. It was very intense.
Yeah.
And yeah, it did feel like there was somebody else in control of my career all of a sudden. And then I realised I wasn't doing what I wanted to do anymore. Kind of like I kind of lost my path a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm on my way back now.
That's really interesting. Like, I can understand how that can happen if you're working with somebody else, where you've got so much input from another person. There is times where you could probably lose the path that you were on before you started working with somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah. I really feel like I was really young as well. I think I was 22 when I got signed. So I was like never really been in the industry before. I'd never even experienced sort of being in a green room with like loads of DJs or whatever, like apart from when I was a resident. So it's it was completely sort of a massive shock to me anyway. So having somebody else to lead the way was actually really helpful, and it was nice to sort of take a step back and take in my surroundings.
Yeah.
And also because I was so young, I was buzzing. Like I still loved it. Like I love all music anyway, so I was just playing whatever would fit the sets that I was doing. But artistically, looking back, it probably wasn't the best thing for me. But definitely worked, and I definitely loved it.
Yeah.
And I love being a diverse act as well.
Yeah.
And playing loads of different types of music. So yeah, it worked out, I think.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What other jobs did you have, like, before you just made a career out of music? What other jobs had you had?
So I was working in a bar that played strictly disco and techno music, which was ace. And then I'd play in that bar and do like a 4 p.m. until 2 a.m. DJ set.
4 p.m. until 2 a.m.?
Yeah. Like,
that's really long.
Yeah, so I'd just have like, on like a Monday night, get paid nothing for it, just get free drinks.
What?
And yeah, like I could have actually done like a full-on shift at work for that and got paid for it more.
That's like what DJs do at some waves.
Is it? Yeah.
Like 12-hour sets.
Yeah, honestly, it's ace. You just put long songs on when you need a wave, run to the toilet, come back. It's like Monday nights as well. It's like 4 people in and you're just playing loads of tunes to nobody.
But do you think that also kind of like really helped your career? Because that's like kind of been thrown in at the deep end and just been like, you've just do whatever you want for the next 12 hours.
Yeah.
Like, learn.
Yeah, it massively helped. I think doing those sorts of sets is just like, it really like gets you, like makes you understand how it is to be an artist and like how it is to be a DJ. Like,
yeah,
such a long slog. You're gonna mess it up a few times, so you just gotta like ride with it.
Do you ever do that length of set now?
I would love to, but nobody really books like DJs for longer than 2 hours now. It's rubbish. Because like, to be fair, it's the promoter's got to have a lot of trust in you to like hold a room for 3 to 4 hours, which is probably how long a club's open for these days anyway. Yeah. So it's not even that long. Unless you're in a beefer, then I'd love to. Yeah,
like an after party or something.
Yeah.
Are you over in Ibiza a lot this year?
I'm not really, no. I don't. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm going to go over for a weekend, but I've not got any other sets.
Okay.
I need to get some.
What are your like highlights for this year coming up?
Probably Glastonbury. Just locked in drum sheds at the end of the year, which will be fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm closing like the small room as well.
Amazing.
Which will be like really, really fun. Yeah, I feel like they're my highlights this year.
Drum sheds is insane.
Yeah, I went there to see the Sugar Babes, and it was mental.
Did you?
Yeah. Was it False Idols?
Oh wow,
so good.
They're actually at Glastonbury as well this year, aren't they?
Of course they are. They love it.
I used to absolutely love Sugar Babes.
I still do. I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, didn't you post something about the Sugar Babes like yesterday, or was that not you?
Might have been. No, I don't think I did yesterday.
No?
I posted something
did.
about the Sugar Babes recently, though, to be fair.
Yeah, unless it was that. Maybe it was that. They were amazing. Yeah,
Iconic.
They are at Glasto. And Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne?
Avril Lavigne!
Or her twin. Her evil twin.
Is there an evil twin?
Have you not heard about that? There's like a massive conspiracy theory that Avril Lavigne... that Avril Lavigne like died when she was younger and she's been replaced by her evil twin.
I have never heard of this.
It's a massive
ever.
Conspiracy.
Really?
Like, if you go into it as well, it feels real.
What do you think?
I feel like it could be. I'm not actually a conspiracy theorist either.
But that seems quite fitting.
Yeah, no, honestly, read into it.
That is going to be my dive. I'm definitely going in on this now. Never heard it ever. Wow. Who else would you like to make like a big comeback like that?
such a good point. I mean, the Saturdays. The Saturdays.
Yeah.
They were the first people I ever saw in like at a concert.
Really? Yeah. Where did you see them?
Manchester Arena.
Oh, I've never seen them. My first was Spice Girls.
Oh, iconic.
My first was Spice Girls, and in fact, my dad took me and my two cousins. I must have been very young, like probably like 5 or 6 or something. And one of my cousins, she has a daughter who's now 10, and she is a massive Olivia Rodrigo fan. And Olivia Rodrigo is performing here in London, so we were like, seeing as we all went to our first concert together, we're gonna go to the first concert with Layla.
I love that.
So we went to this Olivia Rodrigo fan. I have never heard an Olivia Rodrigo song in my life. So I was like, and they're super expensive. It was like 200 quid a ticket.
What?
But we were like, right, we're doing it because we said we were going to do it together. So we're going to go.
You're committed now.
We're committed. And oh my God, like the girls were going wild. Like the 16-year-old heartbroken girls, in that they were like screaming, they were crying. It was just like,
oh, that's iconic.
It was amazing. Like the energy in the O2 was insane.
Oh, I'd love to. Didn't she bring out Lily Allen? I saw a video of her bringing out Lily Allen at one of her London shows.
Oh no, it wasn't at that one.
Oh, sorry.
No way. Did she really do that?
Yeah, they did Smile together.
Didn't she do that at Glastonbury as well?
Yeah.
Oh no.
They're like besties or something.
Well, she could probably be her mum, to be fair.
Yeah. She looks good though. She's looking great at the minute.
Yeah,
Lily Allen.
Lily Allen does look great. I love Lily Allen.
Same. She's an icon.
Lily Allen is another great one.
I was actually like, because I went to see the Saturdays for my first concert, but I was like 15. So
Really?
like, I just didn't go to like see live music for so long. It's actually wild when you think about it.
Well, now that I just said that I went to the Spice Girls when I was 5, I'm actually thinking, would I have been allowed to go to a concert at 5?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, on your shoulders.
Yeah, I remember I definitely was very young. But now I'm thinking, like, is there not an age that you can go? Well, no, because so like if you go to Glastonbury and you can have like your kids there.
Yeah, which is wild. Imagine, I keep seeing, last year I saw loads of people with like prams and like babies.
Really?
Imagine having a baby at Glasgow. Like, what you're not sleeping in a tent, are you? Like,
no, I don't know. I really don't know. Do they have put them like ear defenders on, which was a great invention. But yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about going to a festival with a baby, actually. What do you think has been the most challenging part of your career so far?
Challenging?
Yeah.
I feel like I've not had a specific moment that's been really challenging. Like, I mean, a music career as an artist is very, I mean, probably in most of the industry, it's very up and down. It's some of the highest highs and some of the lowest lows. You like come out of this like mad festival set that you've done on the weekend, absolutely buzzing, and then a couple of days later you're like, fucking hell, am I depressed? Like, yeah, it's like round and round. But I feel like navigating that has been probably the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Sort of understanding what I need to do to make myself feel better and make sure I'm not getting to these lowest lows. Which has been, it's been a journey, and it is like, it's been consistent throughout sort of my career, so it's like been a constant challenge.
Yeah.
But it's good. Like, I used to have such, like, when I was in uni, like, I used to have such a, like, I'd be obsessed with staying up for 2 days straight, like, just such a mad, like, obsession with getting absolutely wrecked. But now I'm growing up. I'm all grown up. I won't go to the afters if I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
I won't take that extra whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I quit. I stopped doing coke like 2 years ago, and I've not touched it since. I had like my 600 and some a day. Like,
oh, well done.
That, which is like such a big thing for me, because I don't even need it. Just have a coffee, and I feel like I'm more on it anyway.
Has it totally changed your life?
Yeah. And the idea of a night out feels so much more fun now.
Really?
Yeah, I think because if I was going out before without a bag of coke in my wallet or whatever, I'd be looking for it the whole night. Like I'd be asking people, "Oh, you got a bum? You got a bum?" And it's just like, why am I doing that? Like, why am I spending my whole night chasing a bag? Like,
yeah.
So I feel so much better now, and I really feel like it's just that challenge of becoming sort of more on the straight and narrow rather than this constant up and down is massively affected by drugs and alcohol. And yeah, I think I'm getting there with it.
And look how amazing your career's going and how like far you've come in the last couple of years. It's obviously had something maybe to do with it.
Yeah, I agree actually. And I feel like I've got such a clearer head for my artistry now and where I want to be and sort of the music I want to make and stuff like that. So yeah, it has massively helped. And it's just so silly because like I would wake up the next day and be like, why do I feel shit? And it's literally because I've just been on it all weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Well done.
Yeah, it
well
feels
done.
good. I mean, I still have a dabble in other stuff and like have fun, but not in the extent that I used to at all. Like it's a special occasion. You choose your battles now, and it's good.
You can choose your battles.
Yeah,
100%. And I love what you said before, like you like being able to say no to go to an after party where we've all been there, where you just feel like kind of pressured, not pressured, but it's just hard to say no.
I know.
And and I don't know if it is just because we're getting older, but sometimes it's such a nice feeling to be like, actually, I don't want to go out. I'm going to go back home.
Yeah, you feel so much better than
you feel
everyone,
so much better. Yeah, so much better. And then the next day, everyone's always like, "Oh, I wish I'd done what you'd done."
Yeah. Because they're just sat in a kitchen, like.
Yeah, exactly. Talking absolute shit for 7 hours.
Yeah, like there's no point.
Right, to end, we're going to do a round of quick fire questions.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So the first one is, who was the last DJ you followed on Instagram?
Shall I find out?
Yes. Let's find out.
Oh, God. That's such a tricky one. It's not tricky.
Let me think about this one. You can't tell us.
Oh, that's so silly. Latest followed. Here we go. It was actually Tyree Cooper. He was like an old school hip house legend, and he made that song "Turn Up the Bass."
Oh, yes, yeah. Nice. That was a good follow.
Yeah, I was looking at some of his stuff. I bought one of his vinyls basically, and I was listening to it. I was like, oh, he's so sick. And I was listening to all his songs. I was like, I'm gonna follow him.
Does he post a lot of stuff?
Not really.
What did you have for your breakfast this morning?
A protein shake.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm on the fitness vibe.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
What kind of stuff do you do to work out?
Just weight training.
Do you?
Yeah, a lot of functional strength. Getting really strong. I want to do a pull-up.
I would love to do a push-up.
Yeah, that too. I don't think I can do a push-up. Not a proper one.
I can do a push-up on my knees.
Yeah. Or like put your hands on something high.
And that
on the wall.
Push the wall. That is as far as mine goes. Yeah. What is your favourite ice cream flavour?
Probably like cookie dough.
Ben and Jerry's cookie dough.
Yeah, it's pretty basic bitch, but
yeah, they're good though.
Yeah.
What was your last online purchase?
It was on Amazon, and it was something for the cat, I think. I think it was like cat litter. Okay.
Mine were dog bowls. Yeah. So there you go. Well,
so expensive.
I know. Pet things are very expensive.
Can't be arsed.
What was the last thing you returned to a shop?
I don't return things enough. I don't remember the last time I returned anything.
What, like, as if something didn't, like, if something was delivered to your house and you didn't like it or it didn't fit you?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Oh, okay. So it's not like you just forget to return them?
No. I just either like, I think I get really lucky. I wear quite baggy clothes anyway a lot of the time. Actually, not true. I do wear a lot of I just get really lucky. I buy everything in like charity shops half at time as
Do
well.
you?
Yeah. So if it don't fit,
then that's it.
It's 50p. What's it matter?
Yeah, true. Okay, a dream back to back.
Dream back to back. Fortet.
Oh, what an answer.
He's such a geezer.
Oh yeah, I love him.
Every time I see him playing back to back with someone, it's just always like trolling them with like stupid songs and like bringing it in and bringing it back out. And I just think that would be such a nightmare to DJ back to back with, but it would be so fun.
I don't know why this week, you know, when you get like a tune in your head and you just start playing on repeat. I've had Baby like on like literally like 10 times a day in this last week.
Love it.
I love it. My favourite. Right. The last film that you watched?
Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, I love that.
Rewatched it recently. It was like a comfort watch. It's like one of my faves.
I like that. An emoji you think that should exist but doesn't?
Probably an emoji. Do you know, like it's like the girl that's like that?
Yeah.
There should be one that's like that.
Yeah.
Wait, do that. Like, please, Apple. Do that.
I love it when they bring in like a new batch of emojis.
I'm absolutely obsessed with the ones at the minute. I do it all the time. I'm literally like, it doesn't even make sense why I put that emoji, but I'm literally...
Now my answer to everything. Which is the app that you use the most besides like the obvious Instagram, WhatsApp, TikTok?
Let me have a look. I'll actually get the stats up.
I didn't know you could actually do that.
Yeah.
What? And it tells you what you use the most?
Yeah. Google Maps. Always on Google Maps because I can never find my way around London still.
I'm exactly the same. I use Google Maps for everything.
Yeah. Even if I know where I'm going, I'll put it on anyway.
Me too, but I keep thinking to myself, I actually do need to
look up,
stop doing it because I'm never going to find my way around. And then not long ago, my phone died and I was literally lost. And I had a meltdown in the street because
so stressful.
I had a really early flight. I had a massive suitcase and I was just like, I know that my street is around here. By the way, just to let everyone know, I literally moved here like 3 months ago. So it's not like I've lived here for a really long time.
Yeah, you're allowed to.
I'm allowed to have a meltdown in the street in Shoreditch. And I lost, and I was just lost. And then this taxi driver who was like, love, you look like you need some help. And I was like,
oh, that's nice.
I was only a street away, for fuck's sake.
How did you not recognise?
No, I know that because I'm always looking at my phone.
Yeah, I know. It's hard, isn't it?
So this podcast is called Can You Put Me on Guest List? So I ask everybody if they have a guest list rule.
What do you mean? What other guest list rules are there?
Well, like, don't ask the day of the event, or don't send your names in like a long message with like little dashes next to them, or
just send me the name. I don't mind. Just don't like message me on Instagram the day before the event like, hi Meg, I've seen that you're playing at so and so, please can you get me and 5 friends in, and they don't even follow you like that. No, I'm not giving out any guest list to anybody that doesn't follow me, so follow me.
That's so funny. I've asked this question for probably since the podcast started, since 2019, and nobody had said that until last week. No and way. Will Clark said the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. They don't follow me. Yeah. Speaking of Will Clark, we were playing a thing called Pass the Question. So each guest pass a question on to the next one without knowing who it is. So Will's question...
I've remixed one of Will's songs before.
Have you?
Yeah, really lush.
Oh, I love that. And you went on his podcast as well, didn't you?
Did, yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, good lad.
His question to you is, when was the last time you cried and what was it about?
That's a good question. It's quite dark.
You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
I did cry recently, but I can't remember why. I just cry at stupid stuff sometimes, especially when it's coming on to time of month.
Yeah.
Literally just cry over like dropping an egg or like something like really stupid. Like it would have been something stupid like dropping an egg, but I don't think it was dropping an egg.
Or getting lost in Shoreditch.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, we play this game. It's called the Random DJ Name, where you're going to be given a random letter and you have 60 seconds to say as many DJ names with that letter.
Oh, God, that's hard.
I know, but it's fun though. Okay. If you get a really shit letter like an X or Y and a Z, I will let you change it, okay?
Thanks.
So, you're welcome. Okay, so your letter is...
Oh my God, I can't do well under pressure.
O.
O. Optimo. Espatio. Orbital. Oh,
I can't even think of any.
Osmosis Jones. I actually think he's a DJ. But he's like, it's so funny. It's just someone I think I follow. Oh, come on. Paul Oakenfold. Does that count?
Sugar Babes, does that count?
Come on, give me one more, please.
Oh, I know. Oxia.
Who?
Oxia.
Boxia.
Oxia. He does that track Domino.
Oh, is that Oxia?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a banger.
That is a banger.
10
seconds.
Omnibus. I'm crumbling. I would be so bad on the chase.
Okay, time's up.
What, did you have one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I got 6.
Yeah, I think some of them were made up though.
They were. You don't know, there is definitely a DJ called some of those names that I said, I think.
100%.
Somewhere out
I'm
there.
going to give you them. An A for effort. Meg, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's
been
really fun.
Yeah, it's been lovely to meet you. And
Yes.
I'll see you at Glastonbury.
Yeah.
Yay!
Where else are you chilling this year?
Glastonbury, I'm doing Primavera Sound in Barcelona.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And then I do some bits of Drum Code. We're doing Yacht Week.
Yeah.
Which will be cool.
Nice.
Maybe Park Life.
Nice.
That's about it. So yeah.
Part life last year, it was really dusty and grim.
Was it?
Yeah.
Great. Can't wait.
I'm sure it won't be as dusty. It's so dusty.
Yes, that'll be a fun one. I've never done Park Life either.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun.
Where are you this weekend? It's bank holiday.
I'm at Love Saves the Day in Bristol.
Ah,
Yeah,
cool.
it's my first time there. It'll be really fun. Yeah, that'll be really good. And I've got like Forbidden Forest the week after.
Oh, I would like to go to Forbidden Forest as
Yeah,
well.
I was meant to be at We Are Festival this weekend, but they cancelled.
Yeah, they cancelled like not long ago, didn't
Yeah,
they?
really annoying.
Anyway, lots to look forward to.
Yes, buzzing.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Mhm.